This is Slab and Ship Digest, your weekly card market edge. If you buy, sell, flip, slab, or break trading cards, this is your 3-minute briefing on what actually moved the hobby this week. No hype, no fluff, just the signals that matter. Let's jump in. Before we get into the market, quick word from today's sponsor. If you run breaks, sell cards, or build a hobby audience, you probably already know the biggest challenge isn't inventory, it's distribution. You can run the best break on the internet, but if the algorithm doesn't show it to new buyers, you're basically selling to the same room every night. That's where Sellrly comes in. Sellrly helps live stream sellers, breakers, and hobby creators promote their shows outside platform algorithms and bring in net new collectors. More viewers, more bidders, more competition in your auctions. Think of it as fuel for the hobby flywheel. If you want your next break or sale to reach a much bigger audience, check out Sellrly.com. Now let's get back to the market. The biggest headline of the week is historic. A PSA 10 Pikachu Illustrator trophy card sold for $16.5 million at Goldin. $16.5 million. That is the highest publicly recorded trading card sale ever. And the ripple effect across the hobby was immediate. Rare Pokemon trophy cards and Japanese promos suddenly started attracting new bids and fresh collector interest. In sports cards, the action stayed focused on two familiar zones, vintage Hall of Famers and ultra-modern patch autos. Vintage baseball graded PSA 7 through PSA 9 quietly moved about 6 to 9% higher this week, which is exactly the kind of steady climb long-term collectors like to see. The signal here is simple: the market continues rewarding true scarcity. If a card is iconic, historically important, or genuinely rare, buyers are still stepping up. Beyond the Illustrator headline, the high-end market stayed busy. Collectors continue chasing LeBron exquisite rookie patch autos, Mike Trout superfractors, vintage mantles, Aaron's, and Ryan rookies. The million-dollar tier of the hobby increasingly looks like fine art meets sports history, and those pieces are getting harder to find. On the new product side, breakers are having a lot of fun with Donruss basketball. Downtown inserts are already showing up in livestream breaks and creating plenty of noise. Top Series 1 baseball continues moving retail boxes as collectors chase Ellie De La Cruz parallels. And in the TCG world, Pokemon Temporal Forces is drawing strong interest from both players and collectors. Whatnot continues to dominate the live break ecosystem. Cards under $200 are moving fast in livestream auctions. eBay remains the backbone of the hobby for everyday transactions and graded singles. And if you're looking at the high-end market, PWCC and Goldin are still where the biggest consignments land. Different platforms, different liquidity pools, but all feeding the same hobby economy. Here's the quick takeaway this week. Scarcity is widening the gap between trophy cards and the middle of the market. Vintage remains the most stable segment in the hobby, and the Pokemon trophy market just reset the ceiling for collectibles. That's this week's Slab and Ship Digest. If you enjoyed it, share it with another collector or seller in the hobby. And remember, may your next pull be a monster. See you next week.